Hello, and welcome to part 3 of the 3-part video series on installing Containerized Operations Bridge. In this video, I'm going to show you how to deploy Containerized OpsB for evaluation purposes. This video is intended to be used as an introduction for those responsible for deploying Containerized OpsB for evaluation purposes. For detailed documentation regarding deploying Containerized Operations Bridge, please visit the Deploy Introduction page in the online documentation. The remainder of this video will show you how to complete each of the 5 steps required to deploy Containerized OpsB. Step 1 is to install CDF. CDF is the Container Deployment Foundation package from Micro Focus containing Docker and Kubernetes, as well as several other core services required to run applications like Operations Bridge. Consider backing up or taking a snapshot of the master and the workers prior to installing CDF. Then we will execute the commands shown on the screen. When running the install script, you will enter a password for the CDF admin when prompted. Make note of your CDF admin password, as it will be needed later while running the suite install script in step 4. Note that it may take an hour or so to complete the CDF installation process. Detailed documentation explaining how to install CDF can be found on the Install CDF page in the online documentation. Step 2 is to create the suite namespace. After CDF install is completed, the root user will need to log out and log back in for the KAS home environment variable setting to take effect. Then execute the cdfctl command displayed on the screen. For more information on Step 2, please visit the Create Suite Namespace page in the online documentation. Step 3 is to install the storage provisioner chart. First, we will confirm that local persistent volumes, or LPVs, have been created by running the mount command shown and verifying that the output is similar to that shown on the screen. Next, we will install the storage provisioner chart by running the helm command shown on the screen. Verify that the output is similar to that shown in the console window. To verify the storage provisioner chart is installed, execute the kube control commands shown on the screen on the master node. More detailed information about Step 3 can be found by visiting the Install Storage Provisioner Chart page in the online documentation. Step 4 is to deploy the Containerized OpsB suite using an installation script. Consider backing up or taking a snapshot of the master, workers, and Vertica server prior to deploying the suite. Then we will execute the commands shown on the screen. Note that it may take an hour or so to complete the installation. The installation script will download the images from Docker Hub, so we will configure the proxy settings before running the script. The OpsBridge install script is interactive, and the following slides will show how to respond to the prompts. For detailed information regarding the installation script prompts, please visit the Deploy Suite Using an Installation Script page by going to the URL displayed at the bottom of your screen. Next, choose to agree with the End User License Agreement terms, create persistent volume, use an internal NFS server, provide the fully qualified domain name of the NFS server, which is also the master server, and accept the default location for the NFS folder. Choose to accept the default HPE SWI-TOM as the value for the organization name of the registry, and accept the default true to download the images from the Docker registry. Choose to accept the default value for the registry hostname and the default value for the registry server port. Enter the Docker Hub account username and password. These were defined in the Prepare part of the setup when you activated your Docker Hub account. Next, choose to upload the images to the cluster Docker registry. Use the password that was created for CDF admin in step 1 of this video as part of CDF install. Next, enter OpsB Helm as the namespace into which you will install Containerized OpsB. Next, enter passwords for itomdi DBA password key and itomdi RO user password key. The itomdi DBA password key is the Vertica database password for user with read and write permission. The itomdi RO user password key is the Vertica database password for user with read-only permission. These passwords may be between 1 and 32 characters long and must contain only printable characters, as described in the prompts on the screen. Next, enter passwords for IDM OpsBridge admin password and DB user password key. The IDM OpsBridge admin password will be used to log into the IDM UI. You can either provide a value for this key or press enter and a random value will be generated. This password may be between 8 and 32 characters long and must contain at least one lowercase, one uppercase, one numeric digit, and one printable special character. The DB user password key will be the password for PostgreSQL or Oracle database user. This password may be between 1 and 32 characters long and must contain only printable characters as described in the prompts on the screen. Next, enter passwords for OBM RTSM password and itomdi monitor password key. OBM RTSM password is for OBM's RTSM user, and the itomdi monitor password key will be used to log into Grafana UI. You can provide values for these keys or press enter and a random value will be generated. These passwords must be 8 characters long and must contain at least one lowercase, one uppercase, one numeric digit, and one printable special character. Next, enter a password for BVD DB wallet zip password. You can either provide a value for this key or press enter and a random value will be generated. Choose to enable deployment of OpsBridge reporting, event analytics, and stakeholder dashboard capabilities. Enter the external accessible fully qualified domain name of the master. Accept the default external accessible port. Enable the agent metric collector. Enter the external OBM hostname, port, and protocol. Enter the name of the agent metric collector user. This was created in step 16 of the video Containerized OpsB Install Video Series Part 2. Accept default value of the data broker port. For this evaluation, do not use an external database for the suite. Next, choose to enable TLS for external PostgreSQL, use external Vertica, enter the fully qualified domain name for the Vertica server, accept the default value of the Vertica database name, accept the default values of the Vertica users, accept the default value of the resource pool name, and not enable TLS for Vertica. The script output indicates that the values.yaml file has been created. Before continuing with the installation, we will log on to the master from another window and edit the values.yaml file to change the size of the volumes for ledgers, journal, and zookeeper data. Then we will continue running the installation script in the first window. Next, choose to proceed with the installation. Accept the default value for the Helm deployment name. Enter 1 to specify evaluation deployment type. And finally, choose to keep the sample values.yaml file. This concludes running the installation script. For detailed information on how to deploy the Containerized OpsB suite, please visit the Deploy the Suite page in the online documentation. Step 5 is to verify the installation. First, we will verify that each of the PVCs are bound to an NFS volume by running the kubectl get PVC command shown on the screen. After the installation script has completed, it will take some time for all of the pods to start. About 45 minutes after the installation script completes, run the kubectl get pods command shown on the screen to verify that all pods are running. No pods should be listed in the output. For more detailed information, please visit the Verify the Installation page in the Containerized OpsB online documentation. Thank you for watching part 3 of the 3-part video series on installing Containerized Operations Bridge.